Hello, and thank you for clicking on my channel, Kelly Legends Media. Thank you to all the subscribers. If you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button down below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. And also, please hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when I drop a new video. You could go back later after you're notified and watch it when you have time. All right, let's jump right into this video. I'm doing this video because I want to show you guys what kind of influence was in my neighborhood that caused a lot of the young guys to get into neighborhoods, okay, into gangs. A lot of the guys that got into Mariana had older brothers, uncles, cousins already from Mariana. So that was one influence. Another influence was TV. I remember this is when I got into my first real gang fight, real balls to the walls gang fight. I'm telling you, man, this was some serious getting down, right? What makes a difference is that we were 3rd and 4th graders in elementary school. And so, like I was saying about television having an influence, that movie, I believe it's called West Side Stories, came out with the Sharks and the Jets. And all of a sudden, these two little gangs in school appeared, you know. I even think one of them was called the Sharks, okay? Anyways, there was a lot of fighting. Besides fighting for the king of the school, there was also fighting with our little groups, our little gangs in the elementary school. So I'm going to tell you about one fight because it goes into the story about the gang fight. A lot of you know him because you guys mention him and ask about him, and that's Primo. Little Primo from Mariana from the Pistoleros, right? And the other homeboy is my homeboy Capone, who spent so many years in prison in San Quentin, Folsom, all in the level 4 yards. Many years, from juvenile hall to YA to Tracy into the prison system, right? Rest in peace, Primo, little Primo, Ronnie. And Capone, he's still living. He's living somewhere doing his thing, doing his life after a lifetime of struggle, you know. Anyways, these two homeboys, they were little kids, little boys, man. And there was a bathroom in our school where everybody would go down and fight. You'd have to go downstairs. It was kind of underground, right? And the teachers really didn't patrol it or anything, so you could go down there and handle your business, do your thing, and leave, and nobody would even know about it. Anyways, Capone and little Primo met down there, okay? And they got down. They were on their 3rd round, okay? And Primo slipped and fell and hit himself on the sink, okay? And got a big old chichon on his head, right? So we stopped the fight, you know? He ended up having to go home. I mean, that thing was like, it was fucking big, man. He fell gacho and hit that fucking sink right on the corner of the sink. And, you know, of course, one of the teachers or administrators seen him with that big ball, with that knot on his head, sent him to the nurse's office, and he ended up having to go home. The next day, I don't know who arranged it or how it happened, but a bunch of kids were walking out of the school. And my homeboy Chuco, he wasn't my homeboy at the time. He ended up being my compadre. I was the best man in his wedding. You know, we have a deep history together. But anyways, he was walking out with these other kids, and he says, hey, come on, we're going to go get down in the empty lot. And I go, who? He goes, everybody, all of us right here. Well, get down with who? He goes, just come on, let's go. So I followed suit. I went with them, right? Well, right across the street from the elementary school was a big empty lot next to little Primo's house, right? Little Primo had a bunch of brothers, man. Randy, Boyo, Marcus. He had I think it was like 6 of them, right? Anyways, he wasn't with us because he had got sent home, right? So it was funny, man. We're just a bunch of little kids. Can you imagine seeing 3rd and 4th graders walking out? You would never suspect what they were going to do if it was a gang fight they were going to. Anyways, we went into this empty lot next to Primo's house on Ford, okay, across the street from Humphreys Avenue School. And we started pairing off, right? And I was kind of worried about this one dude. His name was David Seipert. Big old güero. I don't know if he was Russian or I don't know, man. But this fool, he was like the biggest one out of all of us. And I was thinking, man, I hope I don't get that fool. Well, Chuco ended up getting him. But I think they had a little thing going because they lived like 3 houses from each other. And when I seen them getting down, it looked like they were just like, you know, they're faking the funk, you know. They both got out of that one because, you know, nobody paid attention. But I think they were just slap fighting. Anyway, hey, man, I'm going to keep it real. 100. Anyways, I ended up fighting this guy. His name was Geraldo, right? And we're all paired up, right? But it was like nobody knew what to do. I didn't even know what to do, but I just took flight on this dude. Ping, 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 ping. And I heard somebody say, hey, come on. Hey, well, check out Camacho. Come on, let's do this. Everybody started fighting. The whole pinchy empty lot full of little kids, man, getting it, right? And I was facing towards little Primo's house, right? And I seen one of his older brothers like look out the door, and I just see little Primo running out, man, full speed. Jumps off the porch, runs, hops over the fence, runs, and just gets in the chingazos, right? It was a sight to see, man. Boy just went balls out, and all of his brothers came out and were standing on the back porch, like rooting him on. That's right, get him, Ronnie, get him. And we're all fighting down there in the lot, right? I don't know why we were fighting. Personally, I don't. Might have had something to do with the Sharks and the other group, or I don't know. I didn't care. All I know is that they told me to come on, let's go, and I ended up paired up, and you know, we fought, right? But it wasn't just like a little fight, man. I mean, people were bleeding. You know, people were on the floor getting kicked in the face, man. It was a vicious fight of a bunch of little kids, you know. Anyways, it ended. You know, we're all dirty, sweaty. Some of us got bloody noses, busted lips. You know, I mean, some people got jacked up. You know. Anyways. So we all went our separate ways, right? Some of us walked home together talking about the fight and all this, and you know, it was over, done deal. About 2 weeks later, kids from both groups got together. There was about 15 or 20 of us, and we walked all the way down Ford Boulevard to Ford Boulevard School to go fight with, I guess they were called the Royal Knights or something like that. Another little gang thing, you know? Like I said, we're third graders, 4th graders in elementary school. And on the way down, you know, we're breaking bottles and acting all crazy and trying to be all, you know, all gang related and shit. Anyways, we even threw bottles at the poor little crossing guard, man. The lady that crosses, because she was trying to tell us to go, she's gonna call the police, and we got mad and threw bottles at her. Little kids, but that was how strong the influence was on you know, just growing up watching people fight and be involved with this kind of activities. I remember when I was small, I was probably like in the 1st grade, looking out my window and seeing a bunch of my cousins, my brother, and some of his friends all fighting in the front yard with some guys from some other barrio. I don't remember who it was. So anyways, I kind of grew up with this, like, kind of like this mentality, like, you know, That this is life. This is how it is, you know. Plus having to deal with all of the craziness in school with all these crazy little kids, you know, that were under that same influence, you know. Needless to say, most of us that were in that lot that day ended up getting into Mariana, and some of the guys got into other neighborhoods. Some of them just went on to go do their lives, you know. But the reason why I'm telling this story is I wanted to give you a picture of how I grew up, because little by little you'll see why I turned out the way I turned out and doing all the things that I did that I talk about. But the thing is also that I want people to notice is that how different it is now. Now you see the moms going and picking up the kids from school, or if not the moms, it's the dads or the older sisters. But kids ain't going home by themselves, and on the way home being much mischievous and doing their own little thing. You know what I'm saying? Not only because of all the predators that are out doing things to little kids, but just the trouble that kids could get themselves into, and they could get caught up in stuff like this, and eventually be a part of some neighborhood or gang, and get hurt, get stabbed, shot, you know, before their time. And I think that was missing back in our days, because it was just like that in a different way. You know, it was there was a lot of activity going on back then. It was a different time, you know. Anyways, I just wanted to do this video because I thought it'd be, you know, you guys would probably trip on this story. And if you think about it, I could not imagine some third or fourth graders doing that these days, you know. I know a lot of the schools in the neighborhood, they're focused on college. Even from first, second, third grade, they're already putting in their heads they got to go to college and preparing them for college, you know. It's different, you know. It's a different thing that they're doing with the kids, and it's a good thing. And I see it making a difference, you know. We didn't have that when I was a kid, you know. You know, I'm not crying about it. This ain't a boo-hoo video. I just wanted to share this, and so to give you a visual on the difference on when I grew up and how the kids are growing up these days. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this little story. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you on the next video. Remember, stay strong, stay free. Let's keep our freedom and stay out here and be with the ones we love, the ones that we care for, so we can take care of them, so they don't have to take care of us when we're incarcerated for making bad decisions, getting caught up in things that we don't need to get caught up on, you know? And then they have to spend their money and their time to try to take care of us. Thank you for watching, and God bless each and every one of you.